Hey, welcome to T-Shirt Ad Builder. This training video, we're going to talk about building a banner ad. And when I'm talking about banner ad, that's different from the newsfeed ads. Our banner ads are your standard web sizes, 728 by 90, 300 by 250, and 160 by 600. And so you'll have, if you upgrade it to the pro version, then you will have those templates as well as the newsfeed templates, okay? And so when you're looking at your templates, you'll see here templates like 728 by 90, 300 by 250, and like this one, 160 by 600, okay? And so just like in a newsfeed ad, first step is select a template. So I'm going to take this template here and say select. I'm going to give this a name. We'll say banner ad training. We need a URL, so I'm going to come over here and grab the Teespring URL for the campaign. I'm going to paste that in, and I'm going to say create. And so then, of course, we're popped over into our projects, and all we have to do is hover over our project and click this edit. Okay, so we're going to click the little pencil icon, which is our edit icon, and it will take us into our ad. Now, everything is editable, so all I need to do is first replace this t-shirt. So I'm going to hover over the t-shirt, I'm going to double click, and I'm going to bring up the various shirts that I can use to replace it in. Okay, so then I like this shirt better, so I like to keep the red, so I'm going to click select here. And you can see that it went ahead and replaced that for me. So now I've got my red shirt in there that I want. If I wanted to change the size a little bit, I could make this bigger. If you have sometimes editing these banners, it's a little bit tricky, because the items are a lot closer together. And so that's why we introduced what we call the lock functionality. So for example, if I want to make sure that I can edit this shirt without hovering over and this text box being selected, all I need to do is single click this shirt. And what you'll see is a menu that pops up. When that menu pops up, you have a lock icon. That means that it's locked. And so now I can't access anything else. The only thing I can affect is this shirt. So now that makes it a lot easier to do things like, maybe scale it up a little bit if you want. You can always do that, slide it over, and you're not affecting anything, okay? Any of the other elements. And so that's a neat little trick. Especially on these banner ads, it comes in handy more than it does on the newsfeed ads, but that's a good example. And when I'm done editing, I simply click the unlock button, and now I can access everything else. All right? So that's pretty much it. Now, let's say I wanted to change this text. Okay? So I'm going to I can single click and lock it. If I do that, I've got the option to edit here. Okay? Again, or I can unlock. Or I can double click, and either way I get into the text editor. And so now I'm going to say engineers unite, or something maybe that fits a little bit better. Maybe we'll say like 4 engineers. How about that? That probably 4 engineers. Something like let's say limited time, and then maybe something like price here, maybe like $24.95. We'll say only $24.95. Only $24.95. All right. And then of course, if I want to change my headline here, I can do that. Just double click it, and then we can get in and edit this. So maybe we'll say, are you an engineer? All right. hit save. Now again, if you're ever in the situation where you're trying to get something and you see that this is active, all you have to do is click the unlock, okay, and then you can access all of your items. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty much done. I might want to change the the percentage, or I might want to change the text color. We could do that. Maybe I'll make this, if I double click it, I'll just change the color. Instead of being white, maybe we'll change it to like this orange or something. Or maybe yellow. Let's see how yellow looks. There we go. It's a little brighter. Okay. Now I'm done with the banner ad. Maybe I wanted to add a border. I'll do that real quick. It looks like it already has a little bit of a border, but we'll just go ahead and add a little bit larger yellow border there. Okay, and that's it. Now I can just say export. Again, in this case, sometimes you'll want to do the JPEGs because the PNGs will end up being a larger file size, and some of the retargeting networks and things like that have sort of maximum file size. So you can try the PNGs because they'll give you a much better image. But if it's too large, then you want to do it as a JPEG. Okay, so we will simply click the next, and that's pretty much it. Now I can click on my 300 by 250. It's going to download, and once it's done, then I've got it to my computer, and you can see here this is what it looks like. So it actually created the ad for us, and we are ready to go. So we can upload that to our network, or for retargeting, or to our website. Okay, and that is it. So pretty simple. Again, one other thing I will show you, just like in the newsfeed ads, if you need to ever access, you can get to the individual layers. Okay, so if you ever need to reach a particular layer, you can do that. Each one of these represents the same thing that you can hover over. All right, it just might be an easier way, especially if your space is a little bit more confined. It's easier sometimes to access it through these layers. If you want to get this text here, just double click it, and then you can change it. All right, so that's basically how you use the interface to create your banner ads, and I will see you in the next training video. Take care.